What's up guys, JTails here for another video, and today I want to show you guys how to play Cypher in Valorant. I'm just quickly going to go over his abilities for those of you guys who don't know. His tripwire is his C, and you can put this in most vertical or horizontal points. Generally you want to use it horizontally so it can cover people running through an area. Don't put them too low because people can actually just jump over it, right? So if you put it too low, people can jump over it. So you kind of want to put it at torso level, at hip level, around here. And you can press F to actually pick it up again. So if you need to rotate and change positions, you can just press F, pick it up. Or if the round's over and you need to, no one tripped it or destroyed it, can get your money back, get your resources back. I think Cypher is one of the best characters in the game, definitely top 5, and on Bind, I think he's an insane character. So your job as Cypher is to gain the most information you can for your team. He can also hold points all by himself and let the rest of the team stack at another location. His Q deploys a little mine on the ground, which the only way to activate it is to be looking at it, but you can do this from anywhere on the map, right? So if I look at it and press F, I can detonate it.
Cage triggered.
So see, the cage is up. It'll last for a short period of time. It blocks vision, and anybody that walks through it will get slowed down. So you want to use this when you're on attack as a way to block vision. So if I want to, maybe there's a sniper over there and I want to pass this choke, or I want to get in, I can like throw the cage.
Yes, this should do. Cage triggered.
Activate it, sniper can't see me, and now I can happily walk through and avoid that sniper. On defense, there's a way I want to show you how to use it in combination with tripwires as to why I think Cypher is such a strong character. So the last ability I'm going to talk about is his E, which is his camera. It recharges every 30 seconds. So you can put this camera in different locations.
That goes there.
Make sure that you choose a safe spot to view it. So you press E again after your camera is placed, and you can look around. So it gives you surveillance, and you can shoot with it if you left click, right? Now that projectile is not hit scan, meaning it takes time for that projectile to travel across the map. So if I shoot it a further distance, notice how it takes longer to hit. And if I shoot it a shorter distance, say just like right here, see how it's a lot faster. So you want to try to tag enemies so that they appear highlighted through the walls, giving your team the most information. If I want to rotate to different sites, I can press F to reclaim my camera and keep it moving. You can do this while moving as well. And then if there's like a choke point that I'm trying to pass through, let's say I don't know who's around this corner, I can use the camera.
It goes here.
Take a quick look, looks clear, you know, and then I can start peeking more angles, take this back, move forward, right? So that's how you can use a camera offensively. I'm going to show you guys how to set up points B and A so that you can play Cypher most effectively for your team. So my favorite setup with Cypher is one tripwire here.
Wow, this is a nice spot.
One tripwire here.
That goes there.
And then you can do 2 of the slowing fields.
This is a nice spot.
And camera, you can do it up there if you want.
Here.
Now I go in this box, and what happens is you'll see if they're coming from B long. You see how I left a crack open right here? So if anybody's coming from long, I can see them pass by and I can tag them. Also, I can watch hookah. So if they're coming from this side, I can also tag them as soon as they turn the corner, and I'll have vision on them. Now, assuming they destroy the camera and they start smoking everything off, which a lot of people do, when they smoke, these tripwires become really hard to see and deal with, right? So what happens is, I'm in this box and these tripwires are here, right? So I'm not peeking at all. As long as no one comes from CT spawn, make sure that your team is covering CT, or, you know, they're covering A and no one gets through. you're good to chill right here, right? And if someone crosses this point without destroying it, they will be exposed. You can see them through this box and you can shoot them in the head because they get stuck, right? So you see these bullets are going through the box, right? And if they pop through this side, you can also shoot them in the head. And the best part is you can activate both of these cages and they can't see the tripwires as well. So you can know when they pass through, get free kills, and stall them until your team rotates over to help you reclaim, B site. You should, at minimum, if you're in this position, be getting at least one pick with Cypher. Ideally, you want to get 2 or even 3 if possible, but you should be getting at least one unless they really just like destroy these wires and use explosions and stuff like that. But they have to kind of know about this setup, so be careful. Now, the most important thing about playing Cypher, this is probably the most important part of the video. You cannot use the same setup multiple times. You can, but they're gonna know, right? Like, if every time they run through here there's the same old tripwire, they're gonna shoot it and then they're gonna come and get you, right? So that means you have to, every round, mix up your placements, right? So then sometimes I'll do one of these, right? I'll do this, and I'll do one here.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
And then I'll do trip,
Yes, this should
trip, and maybe I'll put the camera on this side to check for. So depending on where you put the camera, it gives you a different angle, right? And also, you don't always have to hide in this box if you don't want to. Just remember, your job is to gain information, right? So you can even hide over here. If people come through, you can see Hookah a little bit better. You don't get as good of an angle on Belong, but you get a great angle on Hookah, right? So you can even see them as they're walking through here. And then you can trigger this. They can't actually see CT spawn, right? So this is a great diversion. You can trigger this. It helps your teammates. It slows them down, gives them no vision. You can try to tag them. And then, of course, there's these tripwires. So you know where they are, you know how many they are. You should be communicating with your team in voice chat while you do this. They're going to destroy this camera, by the way. And, you take your time coming in and trying to, given the information, try to pick them off, right? Since you know where you set your wires and you know where they are. So then this allows you to know, all right, 3 are coming, 2 are coming Hookah, 1's coming Long. Let me peek and, try to get one pick. You get one, put up your slowing fields, right? So by mixing this up every game, you keep them guessing, and you can really hold and stall a point for quite some time with Cypher. I'm going to show you a few other wire placements. I really like this lamp right here because it actually gives you so many cool angles that you can play around with. I like something like this sometimes. People will run into it. You can go with the average, one right here if you want to be playful. You can also go with the average one here, which catches jumpers, right? So if someone tries to jump and they don't notice it, they're gonna get stuck and held up here, and you can just peek from CT and get the pick. They're frozen and they're highlighted. So your teammates, ideally, maybe you have one other person with you. You can hold a point by yourself, but if you have another person to follow up off of your highlights, that's ideal. It's not necessary, but it's really good, right? Of course, you can go with the regular one here. You can go with this one right here, which is also pretty cool. There's also this corner if you want to like block.
This goes here.
If you want to prevent them from going into elbow or CT, you can put one there and put one. You can do this.
Yes, this should do.
Right, and I tend to either I want to put them both like the Q there, or I'll put them both by the tripwires, right, to slow people down and block vision. And then you can either hold in here, and you can also detonate your Q via the camera as long as you're looking at it, right? So you can see when they're coming, you can detonate these, you can tag them, you know they're coming through. Once they activate that tripwire, shoot them through the box, headshot, they're dead, they can't do anything about it. unless they destroy this and they know about it. You can call to your teammates they're going elbow and kind of give them that info. You don't always have to hide inside the box. You can hide in elbow here. You can actually, if you want more mobility, you can just hide outside. This is perfectly fine. It does leave you a bit more exposed, but it gives you more options, right? Once you're in the box, you only have 2 escape options. So definitely keep that in mind. Try it out in your matches and let me know in the comments if it works out for you. I really want to know. Now we're on point A, and we're on defense, of course. So if you want to play around with tripwires like this,
that goes there.
so you can actually block off lamps, or some people call this U-Haul, even though truck is U-Haul. Some people call this lamps. You can block it off diagonally like this. And honestly, if you have some people playing with your traps, like you have a teammate in lamps waiting, or someone maybe back here, and they're just waiting for an enemy to be revealed, that's ideal, right? So on A, you kind of need people to help you follow up. I don't really think you can hold A alone because it's huge. But generally, you know, you're gonna be, you can set up short like this if you want to. Put your camera up near reactor A.
Yes, this should do.
And you can either chill behind the boxes, or you can chill, right? So if anyone's coming through, I already know that they're coming and I'm tagging them. They're gonna hide behind the boxes and your teammates can shoot them. You can detonate these if they're trying to go lamps. You can actually see inside of, you know, U-Haul and tag them. Also, you can see inside the showers. So you can make, the thing about Cypher, you need voice comms. If you're not using the microphone as Cypher, you might as well not play him, right? Like, it's a lot harder if you're not calling things out. It's easier if you have voice comms. If you don't have comms, you know, it's probably gonna be a lot less effective, but you can chill behind the box and follow up off of your calls. I think this is a really strong camera position and placement of, you know, tripwires if you really want to stack on short. And if you want to cover showers, you can go here, you can go there. Use these guys to help you out, these lamps. Actually, if you find that, there we go, right? You can do some really cool stuff with these ornaments that are hanging up.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Right, you can do stuff like this.
This should do.
Put one there, and if I want to block vision, maybe
here.
one there, right? And if I want to focus on lamps, maybe I'll put camera, oops. Maybe I'll put camera right here. And I could either wait inside of a U-Haul, right? So I can still see both. It requires me to pivot, but I'll know if they're coming. I can activate slowing if I need to. Have another slow right here, so in case I just need to quickly block vision from there and go around, can do that. So generally with Cypher, when I'm on A site, I wait in here, I wait over here and use camera, and I tag people for my teammates, or I wait just behind this truck or just behind these boxes. And I kind of just make a lot of calls, let the tripwires speak for themselves. When people run into them, you can actually just pop out, boom, boom, boom. In some cases, you can shoot through the boxes if you want to. So like those shots would probably hit. And yeah, Cypher is just really versatile. I think he's a lot of fun. I think on Bind, he's an insane hero. I've been experimenting with some other placements for camera and tripwires for you guys on the other maps. So let me know in the comments if you want to hear more about, you know, Cypher, learn more camera and tripwire placements, because this character is sick. I'm going to be uploading some stream highlights pretty soon. I stream Valorant pretty much 8 hours every day on twitch.tv/jtails, so please stop by or give me a follow in case you want to hang out. And I do have drops enabled, so those of you guys who don't have a key yet can get one from my stream, hopefully. If this helped you out, please give it a big thumbs up, I'd greatly appreciate that. And consider subscribing to the channel for more Valorant content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all next time.